Oof, Misha. Hello. Bit of a line, I have my cat here as well. And all of a sudden she got all lovey-dovey. Like she wants attention and so on. Misha, seriously, I need to work. Need to check something on the microphone. Everybody can hear me well? Misha, seriously now. Come on, go to bed. We've been traveling the whole day. Come, sleep. Stay there. Sleep. Come on, you can sleep. Okay, good. Stay there. I need to work. She looks so confused. Yeah, so the painting is pretty dry. So I want to do some glazes on it. And Misha's coming towards me. Seriously? Can you just stay there? Yeah. Thank you. No, we tried to connect Vasil. I can try it again if people are patient with me. I think it can work for me to just have him on the speakers because I think the speakers are not gonna interfere with the microphone. So Mariana, you there? Can you hear me? Because I can try it again, but I need to do it on Discord, which means that, David, if you want to join, you're welcome to as well. You guys let me know, it can be fun. Am I still on or something? David, can you write to me something? Alright, cool. Hey, Marian. So do you guys want to try it out again with connecting somehow? Yeah, I mean, you guys want to try it on Discord again, but you guys need to mute me because you will hear my music and stuff like that, and I'll also have you guys on. I mean, today I want the stream to be a little bit easygoing. I'm not gonna stream for a long time. I kind of want to focus on some paintings and start working on a commission. I think I painted enough on my own project. I kind of need to get that one going. That was my stomach. I'm actually trying to fast a bit. So, yeah. That's a good girl, Misha. Eat your food. Guys, let me know if you're on the Discord. Okay, so don't forget to mute the live stream, Marian. I'm getting on Discord now. Oh, I am on Discord already. Even if you speak. Let me check something. Voice and video. I'm a bit confused. Input means things that... I wonder if this will work. Yeah, I think so too. Hello. Test. Yeah. It is frustrating that it's not working. It was weird, Mariam, because at the point I could hear you through the Bose speakers, and now it doesn't work anymore. It's really, really weird. Okay, I will leave it. I will just leave it. Let's meet up and after the how do you call it? After the live stream, let's just meet up and see if we can solve this. Because it is a little bit frustrating. I almost wanted to crash the headphones in the wall. Everything is so expensive. I really read a lot into the microphone Bluetooth device, and apparently the Bose one, it can't play music. Like I can speak on the microphone, I can hear you as well, Marianne, and I can also hear the music. It doesn't really do that. And apparently there's some that does it, but hey, it cost, how much was it? Oh, Misha's going to bed. Good girl, Mish. How much was it? 1,200 crowns, 120 euros, I think it was. So I'm doing some glazes right now, and it's really, really fun. I'm gonna give this one so much more texture. Hey Denny, it's just me. I hope you guys brought your sketchbooks and stuff. Sketchbooks and stuff. The paint is a little bit sunk in. So by the way guys, if you don't want to retouch varnish but you just want to see a little bit of the value, saliva, it's usually pretty good. It kind of shows you a little bit on how dark you need to go, and I think I can force it a little bit more with some darks in there. You guys want me to zoom on the mouth a little bit? So you guys can see how this works. Oh my god, so many kisses. You guys are insane. I guess we've been stuck in the house too long. Why did you send me on PayPal, Marian? Yeah, but it's a bit dangerous. If you overdo it, you might end up making your painting quite dark. I mean, also if you don't know how to use it, you might end up, what's the word for it? Making the oil drip if you don't know how to use it. Wait, now I can focus. So basically, oiling it out can be quite dangerous for the painting if you overdo it. If you paint on top of it and you've added too much oil, if presumably you're using oil that dries slowly, it's gonna start gliding down, sliding down, so it's quite dangerous to do it. I mean, it can work. So you guys can see I'm like scrubbing it in. And I get this interesting texture. On acrylic paintings? You can use varnish on acrylic paintings? I mean, I know that Marianne said that retouch varnish, I mean, it's still like you're adding a little bit of a layer on top of your painting. So it's best to not do it. Okay, I see. Is it harder to learn painting with oil paint? I think oil paint is more fun. I think. It dries slower and you can really blend. I think if you do with acrylics, you need to have really good machines to keep the, not machines like this water, like you splash the painting while you're painting with it so it won't dry too fast. I've seen people doing it, so I think it can work. But nah, I've done acrylics and I hated it. I despise painting with acrylics. It wasn't really for me. What is it, Misha? Are you bored? I'm actually gonna stay over at Castello because I don't want to travel around that much. Today I was so shocked. It was this mother with her husband and her kid on the bus. The kid had his feet uncovered and the kid was touching everything and putting his hands in the mouth. And I was there using disinfectant, being away from people, and they were like just going around with the baby. She was breastfeeding the baby on the bus, which is fine, but not when it's a dangerous situation going on. I don't know what to say. Either people are just, they don't care, or I don't know. Skåne Rasmus! Tjena Rasmus! So you guys can see how I'm like blending. This is basically glazing. I don't know if I'm doing it right because I'm also a beginner with it, but this feels right for me. I mean, glazing is, I know you don't need to have your brush full of oil. I don't think that's good. So you're also like brushing it in. Yeah, so far it's actually super cozy being in here, and I also brought my cat with me since my boyfriend had to work, and my cat can be a little bit of a little diva, wants all the time attention and stuff. Like even now, before I started the stream, she was like going around my legs, trying to be all cuddly, and I'm like, go away, kitty. Meow. You know what we can do, guys? If you want, after we're done, I can do another live stream on my mobile and we can go around the castle. What do you guys think about that? If you just stick around. Or if people needs to go, we can actually select the hour. And yeah. I think that can be fun. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see where we're gonna end. I think this is gonna be super fun. I know I can do it. Marianne keeps reminding me that I can do live stream on my mobile via YouTube. I'm always like, yeah, but OBS. Oh my god, Marianne, glazings are amazing. The painting is already looking better. Oh god. I will, but let me paint a little bit. I just wanna do some stuff with the head and then just simplify the mane in the back so I can be done with this painting. Be gone. Yeah, we will. I mean, Marianne already knows. I think, Marianne, you know Castellet better than I do. To be honest. I just realized something, Marianne. The camera does a lot of noise. I have the camera exactly next to my ear to be able to live stream, and it's really noisy. Oh my god, the image doesn't do justice for this, guys. It looks so much nicer in real life. I sound so cocky right now, but it is true. Well, I mean, it's not like a noise in that way, it's like an electrical noise. Yeah, it's pretty much like a little robot, the way David showed it. I hope you guys are having your sketchbooks. I mean, we're in contamination, you know, staying indoors and stuff. Stop procrastinating and let's work a little bit. And for the painting we started last time, I'm actually gonna paint myself. Well, change the reference, but use myself from now on. Oh shoot, I need to download the photos that Marianne sent me. Oh my god. Marianne, maybe you can remind me a little bit later on. I'm such a horrible friend, my god. Yeah, I should actually do that. I just sent a text to Sana. Yes, that Misha hitting the bongos. That's strange. Don't worry, guys. I will show you Mish Mish. So the key thing with when you do this glazing, as I know, you need to get really good values before you do the glazes, and then you just paint the colors on top. And I haven't done very good with the values actually, but that's fine, it's what it is. Mis means mouse in Slovenian. Oh, really? Wait, Miss, but you pronounce it Mish, right? Mish. The little S thing that you wrote over there sounds like Mish. Oh, Mish Mish. Hey, Panamaniacs. Mish Mish. Yeah. Misha is a cute little kitty. Can I post the link of a line painting? Well, if it works, because the thing is that I still forgot to fix this, the thing, the posting, and I can't really look right now because I'm actually trying to paint and not procrastinate anymore. Oh, look, it works. Guys, the link is on Twitch if you want to check it out. So, hey, Mihail. By the way, Marian, Mihail is the Romanian dude we've met. Sorry for not having, well, it's not like I don't want to go in town, but, you know, we're not really allowed to go out. Okay, that's a cool detail over there. Let's bring this value a little bit more together. I had an interesting conversation with Rasmus, my man, and I want us to do this, Marianne, next time. Talk a little bit about inspiration and how to look at paintings, and because his question was basically, when do you know when to stop? How do you know how to give a certain quality, a certain movement? It has to do with technical approaches as well, but that sensitivity that we used to talk about. What you may call it, intuition. Maybe we can have a live stream about this one day. Oh, that painting. I think I know it. It's like being thrown into lions then to be eaten, but the lions are scared of him. Yeah, I know that painting. It's pretty good. You know, I hope that one day I'll be able to make those type of paintings, and that's what I want. I want to become really technically good so I can be able to do those. It has to happen one way or another. I think I can push this a little. Yeah, Rasmus, pretty much that. You really made me consider doing a live stream about that, because I think your question is quite valid. And thank you, Mihail. And I really think that's important to talk about. When I was a kid, I was lucky enough to discover this magazines called Mari Pictori, Great Painters. And I wasn't really instantly into Sargent, Cruyers, or Roya, of all of these painters that, you know, are quite known and dominating pretty much the market right now. I've kind of changed a little bit, and I'm starting to enjoy other artists. Like, I'm very bad with names, but anyways. And the painters that I was introduced to was, I think it was the 1400s. You had Mantegna, Botticelli, Caravaggio, of course, Tiziano, Giorgione, all of those, Raphael, Leonardo da Vinci, blah, 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 all of those painters, I was introduced to them. And I was constantly looking at those. So I think that created a certain sensitivity for me. The way I paint, the way I approach my subject. Because one thing I've noticed about students, yeah, what I've noticed at school actually, my mobile, my iPad, my computer, my laptop, on all of my platforms, I have paintings of masters, you know, like master paintings, or whatever you want to call them. And I always look at them. Like this lion that I painted, there's this, was he Hungarian painter? He did the lion that was the Manhunter, I think it's called. It's that lion that attacked a villager, and the painter painted it. the lion is pretty much licking its paw. I forgot his name, but he's really amazing the way he paints and his strokes. I looked a lot at that painting while I was trying to work on this one. Of course, I'm not as good as he is, boof. But I mean, I don't paint like him, but it does help me a lot. But I mean, it's like Hendrik, my boyfriend, for example. He has been introduced, well, since he was 4 years old, he's been drawing and looking at comic books. So, of course, the earlier you get yourself into this, the more you start seeing things. Hey, Tom. Wait, Theo? The little Theo I know? The girl? You were at the mountains with me, right? Rasmus, yes, I have a visual library in my head. Sometimes I know the painting, but I don't know the name or the artist. It's so much going on in my head, to be honest. That's one reason I think I'm a little bit insane sometimes. Marian, tu ai văzut cine este? Marian este Teo Mică, de la Galeria Bazil. Nu știu dacă încă ești aici. Ce faci tu? Alright, let's go back to English. Can you talk about the thought process of a painting and stuff? Well, I said some time ago that my vocabulary is a little bit limiting, and I think that's one reason I prefer painting and showing it. I think if you want to do good paintings, you need to be a good craftsmanship. I think you pronounce it like that. And have extraordinary drawing skills. Like, for example, I'm still quite limited. I need references to be able to paint stuff I want. But the more I've been doing it, thinking about drawing, construction, looking at the human as a machine rather than as a flat form. So that has been quite helpful for me, because now when I draw from imagination, even though I have references, I change it a lot. Wait, I didn't phrase it right. Even though I have references, I do change the image a lot. So I'm not bound to the reference in that way. Of course, I wish I could always paint from life, but hey, that's another story for another time. Henrik! Yeah, that's the guy. Wilhelm Friedrich Kuhnert. I can't pronounce his name. But that Rasmus, you should definitely check that painter out. He's amazing. Hendrik, did you show me that painting, or was it Hans that showed me? I remember I started painting animals and stuff. I don't know if it was you or Hans. Oh, you see what you're doing, Hendrik? You're making David feel uncomfortable. How dare you? Okay, I think I'm destroying a little bit the colors here. It's become a bit too gray. I don't need to work more on this one. I don't want to make it super tight, like a photo. I still want to keep it as simplified as I can. I still love alla prima, so let's try to stick with that for a while. There you go. Okay, so it was Hans that showed it to me. It's amazing that you remember the name of the artist and I'm like, huh, just being stupid, as always. Oh, little mush. Oh, so cute. Meow. Yeah, the chat on the chat is a little bit delayed. I can't do much about it. Okay, the painting is a bit sunk in, but I kind of like more how this looks like right now. I'm gonna simplify a little bit more the shapes around here. Let's see if I can brighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna use a little bit of thick paint right now to get some sharpness in there. Okay, 15 minutes rule, no speaking, just painting. Let's do it. Let's focus. That's just vulgar. Don't do that. Cut that part out. Alright, I'm breaking my rules. You guys can see the texture. That's one reason I said it doesn't do justice in the video right now. But all of this, it's basically playing around with a lot of transparency. Just checking on my cat. She's gonna sleep finally. Okay, I want to brighten up a little bit here. Let's see. And I think I'm gonna use some whites and raw umber to try to desaturate a little bit on this area. If you feel like you have an art block, my best advice is to just do a master copy. Hey Akse, we're having the 15 minutes don't talk rule where we just work, and after 15 minutes we can just talk if people wants to. If not, we just continue working. It's called chilling in art for a reason. We have to push through and work. Someone told me sometimes you have to just do it, and then you will just get in the mood for it. Henrik, yeah. Akse, it's like one of the first people that joined my stream when I first started. He's gonna become a legend in my life. Hey Raiza, much love as well. Let's do some fun work. And what I said, since you guys came a little bit later, after the live stream, I'm gonna do another one via my mobile, and we're gonna walk around Kastellet, and I will show you guys a little bit of how lucky I am because of my friend William that invited me here. So if you have nothing to do, Just wait a little bit. But for now, we need to work. I know you do. I'm just saying for everyone. Everybody needs to know about my oxy. The pun pun. I have to admit this part here, this one, this is really hard. Somehow I'm not getting it. I'm not sure what it is. The reference is quite flat as well, so I'm having different lines that I'm looking at to see the cheek part. And most of the references I'm having are quite flat. It's a very weird cheek that I'm not getting. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. I have to say this and then I'll shut up again. He always works. If I had Henrik's way of working, I would have been like so far with my art. Need to back up a bit. Let's see if it's glowing enough. Yeah. It's coming along. That's good. I like the fact that I kept this one quite simple. That's good. I think I'm gonna let this part rest. I'm gonna get into this and we're gonna work on the mane soon. One tiny little detail that I want to do before. this. Let's put it around here. That. Take some white. Some of this. Put it down here. Let's put some thick paint on here. Here you go. I want that to shine. Let's do it around. No, that doesn't work. That's a bit flat. See you, David. Come back later on for the... I will text you, just so you know, when we are going out. See you. Oh, Rasmus, by the way, when I was at school, and I've been doing anatomy with you guys, I started sketching on my tablet the compositions I want to do. And I noticed how much better I've become with building up people from imagination just because of doing that. Felt pretty good. Oj, oj. Yeah, it's a little bit more freedom. I mean, the struggle I have, well, struggle, everybody has that struggle, I guess. It's composing things. It's quite challenging to do it. And I want to start doing that more. Don't be lazy with thumbnailing. Yeah, I know. It's like you need to find ways of working around it. Yeah, I think hopefully Hendrik will have some time. I think long time ago, when the school was still in Stockholm, Henry came and had like a compositional workshop. Since he's like a comic book artist, he has quite a lot of knowledge when it comes to composition. I've learned a lot from him actually when it comes to that. Okay, let's work on the mane. I think this is enough for now. There are always some things that I see. So annoying. Framed link. Dare to let go too. Let's work on the mane. Gonna move the camera a little bit, guys. There you go. You see how sunk in it is. So the first two layers, I always find them very important. That's what I have. I try to have quite of an expressive brush. Follow the frame and get that texture down. There you go. So it's not much. Right now you guys are getting glare around here, but I can't do much about it. Let's see if I switch off this light. Oh yeah, good luck with that. So I need to have this light on. Let's see if I can turn it around a bit. There. Just 1 second, I will take the camera off a little bit, just because I want to see the colors on the display of the camera. The screen that I have here is pretty old. I think in the end I need to get a better screen. Oh, for God's sakes, can you stop falling down? Thank you. So 1 second. See? Okay, it's way too bright. So hard to get things right on the camera. Okay, I think this is a good one. Hopefully it will look good on the screen as well. Come on. Why don't you show the screen? Technical difficulties again. There. Gonna go and see how it looks on the other screen. Oh, it looks pretty dark. Let me see if I can brighten it up a little bit. Color range. Whoops. There. I'm not sure how I can work a little bit with the, what do you call it? Do you guys think the image is too dark? I can't really figure it out. Because it looked good on the display of the camera. Let's just leave it like this. So, let's focus. Let's finish this one so I can start on the portrait painting. I know, it looks much better in real life. I notice when I look at the screen right now, it's so overexposed here, you don't see the subtleties, but it's fine. It's what it is. All right, let's work with some glazes around here. Get it to shine a bit. Okay. I think it's just my screen, so they're getting a bit old. This brush doesn't really do well for the glazing. I think for glazing it's good to have a little bit of a softer brush. Really? I'm glad. It's the music I used to play for you guys in the model room, by the way. It's the lo-fi beats one. Yeah, it feels like you can just drift away a little bit. That's how it works for me. I mean, in general, I also listen to a lot of podcasts, and that also keeps me working. But this music is really good for me. Here he is. Sometimes ago, what do you call it? When I was younger, sounds like I'm an old woman, I used to just listen to soundtracks. I couldn't really listen to podcasts. It really didn't help me focus. But now I listen to stuff that so sound weird. It doesn't need to be intellectual, like Your Mom's House or Chip Chipperson, or I love listening a lot in Half in the Bag. Half in the Bag, it's like reviews about movies and stuff. Something that's not intellectually heavy. I like listening to that a lot. Like if I wasn't with you guys right now, I would have listened to something called again Half in the Bag. I really like listening to them. They're super fun and very relaxing. Like I said, I mean, I do listen, and sometimes I laugh pretty hard. I mean, just Google on YouTube Your Mom's House. Just write Your Mom's House, and that's the type of stuff I like listening to. And weirdly enough, that motivates me to paint. Or you can also check Half in the Bag, Red Letter Media. It's called. Who knows? You might actually have my type of humor. Like for example, I have friends that likes listening to Jordan Peterson, something like that. Not everybody likes listening to him, but he can be quite motivational for some people. it's not like it's easy to get motivation, you know, it's really challenging even for me. It's so easy to procrastinate. God, I can't pronounce that word. I think for me the live streams has been really, really good. I'm super happy for the live streams. I did try, by the way, Mikhail, to just, what do you call it, have no music, like no music at all. It was pretty nice to just be completely silent. Need some more reds. I think I consumed so much transparent red oxide on this painting. Misha. Right, let's see this part here. It's like the thing with the line, he's quite red, but it also have a lot of desaturated colors as well. So I'm having a little bit of a challenging situation in here right now. I might not finish the main today because I'm starting to add some things, and I wanted to have the same quality as the face, so I might just finish what I can and then paint on it again tomorrow. Let's just raise it up like this part here. You guys still get some glare, but I can't do much about it. Let's move the camera a little bit this way. Maybe that's gonna be a bit less glare. Hold on, everyone. Let's put this one back. No, doesn't really help. I'll just have to raise up the exposure. Hopefully I can a little bit. Yeah. There you go. This is the part that I'm gonna work on. So. Mihail, that is true. When I was doing a lot of digital work and then I was doing traditional, I had no patience. With this thing, you have to like really take your time. You need to let it dry. Because for example, this part here, this is not done. I need to let it dry properly and then glaze on top of it again. So, yeah. I mean, you can see that it's a little bit muddy here. It's because I'm using medium right now. I want to have a little bit of that nice texture shining through. You see, it's like I'm doing glazes right now. I'm preparing it for tomorrow again when it dries. And I want to have that nice softness to its mane. Here in the back, I'm going to try to keep it quite simple. Yeah, I mean, one day when you have more time, you should come to Castellet and work a little bit with me. And we're gonna make you paint a little cast so you can build up that patience. We're not gonna start with sophisticated stuff because if you lack patience, that's what you need to practice. So the key is to control the values as much as you can, and then you let it dry properly, and then you paint on top of it again. It's very, 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 very important to know more about mediums. I really suggest you read more about that. Mediums are very essential in a painting. Don't be as stubborn as I was. Learn about your material. Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, it is a little bit of a, it is a huge difference when you see it in real life. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I've been struggling so much, and the reason why I struggled was because, like I said, I was very stubborn with reading about my materials, and as soon as Marian introduced me to, I think he gave me first time some of his oil, which was sun thickened oil. And I love it. And then I started reading more about it, and apparently sun thickened oil dries faster than stand oil. And then I also got this book, which I suggest you also get. Let me see where it is. Oh, Misha, you're so adorable. Yes, you are.
You're the cutest kitty on the planet. Meow, meow, meow.
So, this book. Ta-da! The Materials of the Artist and Their Use in Paintings. Max Doerner. This is a very good book. This is where I actually learned about burnt umber. I don't even have burnt umber anymore because apparently that color darkens a lot and it contaminates your pigments. I feel like on the internet there's a lot of you don't need this or that tool to make great art, and at least for me it turned into you don't need to learn your medias properly instead of realizing how much they can help you. You stubborn? Fuck off, Henrik. Henrik, please. Not while we are in public. Yes, I'm stubborn. Rasmus, I was an asshole myself. You actually have me as a teacher now at the best time in my life because I'm much more mature than I was, for example, 4 years ago. I was telling people not to use certain brushes or certain mediums. You know what? You need to experiment. That's how you find your style as well. That's one reason I'm more of a teacher that teaches people technique rather than anything else. Sorry, not technique, the basic of drawings, sorry. If I can teach you how to draw, how to see, how to motivate you, the rest, the painting stuff is just technical things. Of course, like for example, people ask me, how do you work from photos? Because I've seen so many paintings from photos that are flat. Paint more from life and understand how light functions. Why certain things are more, I'm talking about edges, why do they blend, and how do you express a certain glow to a certain object. And for example, Carl Wenenberg, I don't know how you pronounce his name, Papa Carl, I always call him. He has a way of making things glow, and he has to do a lot with how he uses mediums and his patience in creating the painting, because working in this way takes way more time than doing alla prima. Alla prima is harder though, because alla prima is more about intuition and brush strokes. This type of way of working, I can't say it's easier, but if you have a good drawing, you can just paint on top of it, find colors, have fun basically. And it's a little bit easier on the mind because you rest from your painting, you come back, you see certain mistakes. Like for example, I had to paint again on my painting called Memento Mori on the cheek because I've noticed that the contrast, the colors and the contrast between each value was too high. So I had to smooth it out. Again, all techniques are difficult and they have their own fun way of learning them. If someone tells you don't use that brush, you can listen to him, but I suggest, try it out. You might end up spending useless money on it, but it can be the brush that will just do the work fine for you. So that's all I have to say, and I hope I didn't go away from the subject. Yes. No, I think right now this is really fun for me. I used to paint a lot alla prima. I can still do it. I can be quite expressive, but this is more fun.
Hey, Misha! Oh, little kitty Misha. Meow, meow. Hey, you want me to show you to the people? I'm getting close to being done with this painting. Can you wait a little bit? No. Why should I wait?
I will show you guys my cat because she's in the mood to cuddle.
Еще к нему cuddle. Yip, yip, yip. Meow, 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 meow.
Where are you, Misha?
Come here. Come on. Let me show you to the people. Oh. Hello. My name is Misha. I'm a little kitty. Oh, no, no.
What was that? Was that a little burp? Hmm? Oh, you burped. You smelly little cat. So this is my kitty. Her name is Misha. She's a fluffy, fluffy little kitty. And the cutest of them all, right? One day we will show you guys how we do high five. Oh, what was that? Someone outside, Misha? Oh no, is it our worst enemy? Who is it? Oh my god. She just saw something outside. Tell us. So, apparently little kitty here, she has gained a little bit of weight, so we call her Fatty McMush. What did you see, Misha? It's nothing over there. Come on, okay. Okay, you want to get down. So her name is Fatty McMush. What other nicknames did you have, Misha? I still need to paint. I think I'm gonna stop. I will continue with the main because we've been online for 2 hours now. I'm just gonna, or you guys want to spend a little bit more time with me? I'm doing boring stuff right now, just painting the main. But if you feel like, oh God, you filthy little animal. I just want to paint a bit more on the main, Misha. You can wait a bit. Just wait. Deal with Mama a bit. You won't die. So I took away my cat from home to let my boyfriend work. My boyfriend is the Henrik Salstrom on the chat. That douchebag. And yeah, I can't work because she's needy, of course. But you guys can see, this is my palette. Oh yeah, you guys should actually see a little bit of my setup. Let's do it, so you guys can see how I work. So in this little 2 cups, it's my medium. This one is more terps in it, so it's very liquidy. This one is pure stand oil, which is much more thicker, like honey. So right now this is my palette. I have transparent red oxide, raw umber, black, white, yellow ochre brown, and then some reds that I barely used. And then I said transparent red oxide, that was the main one. So now I need to just soften this part, get a sense of the drawing and the values, and then just let it dry for tomorrow. I'm actually wondering if I should brighten up this part. In the reference, it's quite bright, actually, but I don't think I'm gonna go super bright, as in the reference, because I want the main focus to be on his head. So I'm gonna keep this quite low contrast. Hey Misha, don't sit on the keyboard. Misha, not on the keyboard. Don't push buttons. Sit down. Nah, not on the keyboard. Jesus Christ. Misha, don't sit on the keyboard. Come, you're such an annoying little shit. Okay, watch the screen. It's fun. My cat actually hacked my computer. What the hell is she pushed? There. Okay, what do you use the stand oil for since it's so thick? Slowing the drying? No, this one is for glazes. So, for example, I took from quite the stand oil, the pure stand oil. So I'm gonna use it in here. You see how it kind of glides? It's not opaque, it's quite glidey. See if I can show you. Over here. So let's just zoom in so you can see what I mean. Let's add some ISO. Yeah. So look how it glides. And you can still see underneath. And then if I don't like it, it's very easy to just take it off, but it still sticks. It has a way of sticking to the under paint because it's oil, so it kind of goes in between the cracks. I'm not sure how to explain it, but knowing how to do glazing is fantastic, and I will teach you guys when I get to school as well. Let's see. Took a little bit too much medium. You don't need a lot. You just need enough to just, you see? And then you still have a certain transparency underneath. It's really, really fun. So imagine you go outside and you paint this beautiful little house. You just focus only on the values. I don't think you need to use pure black. Imagine you just, wait, raw umber and white. That's all you need. You do like a perfect raw umber and white painting of this little house. And then you want to add color. This is how you add it. I mean, I wasn't really taught how to do this. Marianne showed me some stuff, but we're both learning from each other. It's really good. I think this will benefit you guys a lot. Mostly people that paints houses and stuff. Of course, you can be an amazing colorist like Soroya. For example, now I'm going more opaque, so I'm pushing on my brush. So, for example, I have paint in it. I'm contaminating the pure color, which is good and bad. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people say, oh, with the time, never mix on the canvas. There's certain solutions, certain, how do you call it, cases where you don't blend on the canvas, but in some places you can, because you get a smooth transition. I kind of like blending on the canvas, but like I said, you can easily contaminate and get very muddy if you don't know how to do it properly. I kind of destroyed everything I was supposed to do here. See you, Raiza. See you soon. In general, when I work with warm colors, I like to have the underneath layer. For example, when we started this painting, we used raw umber and white, and then we started applying color. Right now I have this green as the main dominant value of this shape, and now I'm adding some warmth to it. So right now everything is quite nice and wet, so the paint blends in quite nicely, because some people hate, oh, I hate working on dry paint. Well, that's one reason you have mediums. Mediums helps with that. And now I'm adding raw umber and some white, so I can build up some, let's see how much. Yeah, this is good. So it feels like I'm almost doing a la prima. So I'm focusing on my brush works, brush strokes, sorry. I don't know where my cat disappeared, but... So all of this part here is very abstract. Yeah. Now let's use more white, some black, because I want some gray tones in there, some yellow ochre, and a little bit of transparent red oxide. This became a bit too green. Temperatures, basically. I want to work a little bit with that and see how it looks. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. Hey Anders, welcome. I'm gonna show you guys my palette. When you start painting, don't be greedy with paint. So this is how my palette looks in just 2 hours. And this is a lot of paint. Like when I mix, I just grab, because I sometimes see students with tiny, tiny little lumps. But then again, you can do it like that. But if you want to have paint on there, mostly when you have, let's say, you have the first layer, which is the drawing of the painting, and then maybe you want to let it dry. The second layer is basically the coating, so you're adding colors, you're getting a sense of the big look and stuff like that. And then the third one, you start going thicker. So when you go into those thicker strokes and stuff, you need paint to be able to make it work. So I'm quite chaotic. I don't usually have it the rule, you know, is you have like all the darks over here, all the colors over there, and then you have the white. I have the white between 2 blacks. So, you know, brazers, you know, whatever. Me hurts this one. Yeah. Yes, I dare all the time. Ah, we're getting close to me ending the stream. But I just want to finish this now so then I can take my little kitty for a walk. I think she needs to go and do her businesses. Like right now I'm more interested in a certain value, so I'm just mixing my whole brush on the canvas, trying to get the value I want. Now it's too bright, I have no idea how that happened. There you go. And at this stage I prefer having everything quite soft and nice for tomorrow. Because here is gonna be the main, where it's gonna end a little bit, so I wanna have some nice fur showing. Oh my god, Hendrik, you should see Misha right now, she's adorable. She's looking outside, so curious. Are we gonna go out, Misha?
Yeah?
Almost there, guys. But this is the thing, you have to push it through. For example, Rasmus, what we were talking about. It's not easy doing this. Someone calls it a blessing and a curse, which it is. You have to motivate yourself sometimes, all alone. Cry yourself a little bit in a corner, eat some Ben & Jerry's, and then buckle up buckaroos and just do it. What more can you do, right? Again, I'm softening. I still want to have those little strokes in there. Oi! Hey, Misha. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Don't stay between my feet, please. Thank you. I think I'm pretty pleased with this one. And another thing, guys, learn to have patience. Like we did this today. And I've painted off stream, so the stream doesn't show the whole process of this one. I have some little time lapses that I'm gonna put on my Vimeo, I think, with a little password. Maybe can share some with you guys for later on. Okay, we're done for today. That's about it. So I need to take my cat out, let's say around 4 o'clock. I'm gonna start the live stream again and go around Kastellet so you guys can see it a little bit. Is that good? I will update again on Instagram when I'm gonna do the stream. Make a little post like, hey guys, come and see Kastellet in Vaxholm. Okay, that's about it. Thank you for today, guys. Don't procrastinate. I mean, later on, after I will do the live stream outside with you guys, I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna continue painting. The painting that I'm gonna work on is the one that we started the live stream on. Let's change it with this one. So it's gonna be this one. It's nice and dry, so I can start working on the values a little bit, maybe do some colors. I'm actually gonna change all of this. I'm gonna use myself as reference because it's easier to see the skin and the shifts in colors. There you go. See you guys next week. Take good care of yourselves and talk soon. Ciao!